What's up, YouTube? ODST General back again, and I got some pretty exciting Operation Trebuchet news today. So between the work of Captain Wacky 91, British Overlord, and Sararu, and a gentleman named Zitrus from the Reddit decryption forums or decoder forums, they managed to crack the link or picture I showed in my last update, speaking in regards to all the hidden content in the signal hack from the last uplink. As it turns out, like I had expected but wasn't sure what it was a link to, it is a link to Imager. Now the picture linked here, and what I'm going to be pulling up in a second, is a message from an ONI operative like was shown in the last uplink. After running it through a few different type of decryption programs, they managed to finally figure out what the link was. And in the last update, in the uplink, they had spoken of basically the only operative sending out a transmission, and then they were unable to reestablish contact. And it's actually quite surprising what he said in a lot of ways. And here's what it is. It says drag out scanning device, blah 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 blah. And there's a lot of not really important information. Initializing redacted program, identifying user, current user redacted, only operative identified. So basically it's saying that there's some sort of program, they found an only operative. And he says, contact made, we are not alone. I repeat, we are not alone. And there's a really dark image linked. Now, I did some playing around with the image in Photoshop. And when I first looked at it, I thought we were looking maybe at like a top view of Altus or something. There was a lot of lines going across the screen. And when I first saw it, I couldn't quite figure out what it was. And I was like, maybe they're troop movements or something like that. It's been made very dark. The contrast has been lowered a lot. And so I played around with the colors and contrast and lightness, and I finally I kind of realized that the bottom of the picture wasn't like the edge of a landmass. It wasn't water like I originally thought. That all those little spikes that you see going up are actually trees, and that this isn't a top-down view, it's a view facing forward. And it kind of occurred to me that what I thought was a landmass was actually fire. And I was kind of looking around and I noticed an initial spot that was a little bit different. A lot of the fire was kind of just chaosy. There was one little spot, and even looking at the original image right now in front of me, I can see something stands out a little bit more than the rest. So I kind of concentrated on that area, and I noticed a shape, and that is a Covenant cruiser. Probably a CCS class, which if you guys are familiar with Halo, will know that's the same one from Halo 1. And pretty much all the Halo stuff that's not, like anything that's not a carrier in the main games, is a CCS class, essentially. Except for Reach, which still had a lot of CCS classes. But that raises a lot of questions. Does this mean that Operation Trebuchet will be at least releasing a Covenant expansion on its own? Does this simply mean that they're going to work to include the Covenant mod in their own, the one that's being worked on independently? We do know that Scorch has been assisting in that. He's been helping to get weapons and stuff in game, and that they have been participating in that. That's no secret. But the cruiser is new. Nobody's seen this before except for the dev team, presumably. So what else can we expect? Are we going to be able to see the cruiser in the game? Will that be another static piece like the frigate? Will we see more Covenant weapons than what's been shown for the Covenant mod? Will we see grunts or something? Will this be directly related to the Operation Trebuchet team, or will, like I said, it be separate with the Covenant mod with a little bit of support from the OpTrade team? That's really all I have to say for this video, but I think this is really exciting news. I was originally just going to do kind of a thing showing all this stuff so far. Like I said in the past couple of videos, I kind of expected the Covenant, but the team kept going, oh no, that's not what it is. We're waiting for it, but that's not going to happen. So this is exciting news. I would say this is confirmation that we can expect the covenant. What do you guys think? Make sure to comment in the video. I know I tend to get a few more comments on these videos here from the community. And make sure to share with everybody and like and subscribe too. Alright, thank you guys for tuning in.